Well, good day, folks, and welcome to Noel's Garden Tractors and Firewood. And today we're going to try a little something on Kablewie. We're going to try and update the rear flashing lights from standard bulbs to LED bulbs. So stay tuned. So we'll have a quick look outside here today, and it's another nice day here. Nice blue sky, nice bright white snow, and it's cool, I guess. Not as bad as it was at the first of the week, let's say. And there doesn't seem to be any wind today of any kind, or not much anyway. So we did get a little bit of snow last night, just to kind of make things bright white again, all cleaned up. So anyway, we'll have a quick look at the weather here. So we are at 8 degrees Celsius, and it's sunny. 18 degrees Fahrenheit. West at 20 miles an hour. Well, I really don't feel anything out there, but maybe out in the open a person might. So we're supposed to get to -9 today. So we've gotten past that, that's good. Tomorrow's sunny and -8, and Sunday is mostly sunny. -4. Monday, -3 and cloudy. A little bit of snow maybe. Tuesday and Wednesday. So it's Monday night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday. So it could be a snow event, or it may go away. You just never know. And then Thursday is back to -8 again, and sun and cloud. So not too bad a week by the look of that. So if we can get through this week without a major snowstorm, we're doing good. All right, so today we're going to work on Kablewie again. The continuing story of the rear flashing lights on this tractor. Anyway, so I got LED bulbs, and little bulbs that push into the connectors, and I have this new flasher, LED compatible. So we're going to try that. And now I got to get my pictures here. I'm going to show you a picture, 2 pictures, just to kind of show you the difference in the LED lights. And I will try and do a before and an after video on Kablewie. So I'll do a before video, or clip, I guess I should say, whatever it is, with the flashing lights with the bulbs that are in it now, and then with another clip with the LED bulbs in it flashing, and we'll be able to see the difference. So, but I want to show you here. I tried it in this tractor here, Dave's favorite tractor, yesterday. This lens has been broke ever since we bought the tractor, so it's easy to pull the light bulb out. So I took a picture with the original bulb in it, and a picture of the LED bulb. Now, if I can get this in here somewhere so you can see. So there's the regular, normal, I think they're called incandescent bulb. Now, the next picture will be the LED bulb. Of quite a difference in brightness. So the next step is to see if it makes any difference in Kablewie's rear lights when they're flashing, and hopefully we'll do a video of it outside, kind of in the same location as we did before, where you could kind of see them flashing, and then halfway up the driveway you couldn't see them. So we'll see if that makes any difference. But that will be on another video probably, if I remember, the next time we have a snow event, which could be at least a week or more. Anyway, I'll get back to you here in a minute, see what else I can get going here. So there we are. That's just the regular bulbs that's been in it all along, flashing. So now it's being that it's daylight, it may not show up very well in the camera, I guess, but there we are. So I'll do the same thing again when I get the LED bulbs put into it. All right, so there are the LED light bulbs in there. And well, what a job I had to try and get them things to work in the sockets. Wouldn't work, and then they'd work, and then they wouldn't work, and then they'd work, and you'd move them around, and on and off, and flickering and going on. And the old bulbs worked fine. Anyway, I'll continue on here with this, but I really don't think those light bulbs are going to stay in there. As soon as they don't work, out they come. And that is why I am not a fan of LED bulbs of any kind. All right, I'll continue on. And I guess this is the reason, maybe, I didn't really see a whole lot of difference in the brightness of that one and this one with the old bulbs that still work in there. So anyway, this bulb was in that light, painted blue. Oh dear, once the tractor got painted, I guess the socket must have been out and it hanging down and got painted. Anyway, that wouldn't help with the brightness, that's for sure. The one on the other side is clear, so it's fine. This is the one that was over on that side. Anyway, I'll continue on here. I don't have a whole lot of faith in it, but anyway, like I say, once they stop working, out they come. All right, so I kind of got going here and I forgot to turn on the camera. Anyway, I took out the old normal flasher. So one wire power coming in, and then power going to the lights at the rear when it's flashing. So take that one off of there, that goes to the rear lights, and we put it onto this one. This one's got 3 terminals, you can see, yeah. And so put the rear lights one onto this terminal, and then we put positive onto here, and then we need to run a ground from here. So the ground is real close, it's right up here at the battery. So I'll just tie right into the ground on the battery, just take a wire down and hook it to this post right here. So let's put the positive one on here so I know what I'm doing. Yeah, right. There. Now, like I said, if these LED lights don't work, out they come, because I'm not a fan of them. That's the bottom line. So if they do have to come out, and I do put just normal, and I mean normal bulbs back in, I'm not sure if it'll still work with this flasher or not. I think it will. So we'll find out, I guess. So I'll shut it off here for a minute. I got to get a little bit of a wire and a connector, I guess. All right, I got some old wire here. Save everything, right? See that? Just old wire. Anyway, it's got the end on it that I want, so I just kind of got to measure off about what I need. I'll put that about there. And we go. A little further yet, I guess. So just snip that off of there. Like that. Just go. Yeah. And then I might do it right and I might not. So then we take these things here. These are kind of slick, these tools. And there we go. Yeah, so that strips that off. Look at that. That's something. Amazing. Alright, I was just going to make a loop out of this here and just take one of the battery. I was just going to take one of the battery terminals out of here and just wrap the wire around it and put it back in, but oh no, I'll try and find a proper thing for it, I guess. Alright, just hang on a minute. Alright, let's see if we can solder this thing on here. So I found that. We'll see if I can solder that onto the wire. And this, the bolt does fit through that, so I didn't think it would, but there it is. It fits right through. So, alright, let's see if we can get this done then. So, I'm going to pull this off of there. There we go. I'm going to pull this off of here. Like that. And then see if we can do this here. As you can see, well, I'm just trying to reopen that thing I made there. Get my fingers. There, and it's kind of reopened again, so now we'll slide that on the wire. Remember, the right way. There we go. Just like that. I'll take this, and it's hard to see in the camera here. Anyway, take this here, and this is the end. This end here goes on the connector, so we put it on this way. And we dunk that in the goo. Just like that. And then we'll take this here and put a little bit on that. Just like that. Put that on there. I double back that piece of wire. Like that. Now, some solder and some heat, and then there we go. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Put this down. There, you might be able to see. Alright, a little bit of heat from the bottom. There you go. Let it cool for a second. Take a look at it and see. I guess it's pretty well. I'm going to take the tool maybe and give it a little. Yeah, that's good and solid. Don't want to burn fingers. And then we put this out on here, hopefully. Let's see if we can get this back on to the connector. There. Just like that. Alright, now we'll go back to the tractor. Just hang on a minute. Alright, now we'll plug this onto here. Like that. And then we'll route this up in through all the million wires. Instead million. I wonder some days why is there so many wires. Alright, now this isn't very tight, so now we'll put this on here. We'll put that two there like that. Well, I guess you guys aren't seeing that maybe. Well, how I can show you is anyway, we got this wire that we just put the end on, fished up through all the million wires. So then we'll take this and put it over like that, and that's going right there. I'll find the bolt now. Put that all back together. There. Now we'll tighten it up a little bit. Hard to do with one hand because this is going to want to turn. You don't want that. $11mm kind of fits the 7/16, but just kind of. Nope, I gotta tighten up the cable too. Yeah, that one's loose also. Holy cats. Makes you wonder how this thing was running. Okay, tighten this one up too. And we gotta tighten up the main clamp. You're not seeing nothing. There it is. Anyway, there it is. Now, it's all hooked up. It should work. I don't have much faith in it, though, I guess so. Okay, now, turn on lights. That's the first thing, I guess. So they work there anyway. I got the sun coming in the window now. I better shut them off just to see. That's amazing. Worked. Try it again. Yeah, simply amazing. Now we'll go to this flash part. Well, look at that. Holy cats. I can get the sun out of it here. I even wired it up right, even though my son did tell me how to do it, but of course that was a while ago, so it doesn't take me long to forget something. Anyway, there we go. Now, depending on whether those bulbs stay working or not is going to depend on whether they stay in there or not. Because the old bulbs never had any trouble. So we'll see how that goes. So there we go. That's the flashing part with the LED bulbs in it. All right, now the next thing I might do is I may, and I will anyway, because it'll help either way, whether it's the LED bulbs or the normal bulbs in there. I'm going to spray those with the clear Tremclad clear paint. So that's next on the agenda here. And kind of funny how I was been wondering, well, you could just tape it off, you know, but you don't want to get too much on the paint of the tractor really. Although I guess it wouldn't make much difference. But so I was trying to figure out how I was going to do that. So while I was having my coffee this morning and I was kind of slumped over with my head on my hands, half asleep or probably 3/4 asleep, I came up with an idea. So I'll show you that in a few minutes here. So there we go. There's my genius idea. Super genius, just like Wile E. Coyote. That's what I thought up when I was half asleep when I was having my coffee this morning. Well, it certainly saves doing a lot of taping and then trying to find paper to tape on around the tape so it doesn't get all over the tractor. That worked out pretty good. So what I'm going to do here now is I've cleaned the lenses, and now I'm going to do a quick little coat here. I'm probably only going to show you one because both will be the same. Now I've got to get myself situated here so I can do the perfect spray paint job. So what I do with a lot of the things that I paint, little stuff, you know, or whatever, I take the torch to them. A little bit of nap gas surely helps. So, and why I do that is, one is warm it up a little bit so paint will dry quick, and two, it burns off any dust that might happen to be on it, which really doesn't make any difference here. And well, there's another thing too. But anyway, that's what I do with a lot of stuff that I won't put that much flame to it. But just a little bit of flame just to kind of heat it up a bit. There, that's it. Now we throw the paint on it. And the paint has been all warmed up and it's ready to go. So we have a quick little back and forth. That's it. There. Now, the clear paint kind of takes the haze out of the glass. or plastic or whatever. So you can kind of see this one. I'll try and do a little more so you can kind of see the haze in that, and we'll see if there's any real difference in this one then when we do it. Let's see if my super genius thing works over here. Yes sir, look at that. All right, a little bit of heat. Yeah, some of the paint burning off. All right, here we go. I'm gonna look back and forth, make sure it's got a good coat. There's no paint on the tractor, just on the lens. Yeah, you can see it shiny there, look at that. All right, let's have a look at this one. And I have to keep that template. All right, can we see any difference? Got a shine to it anyway. Seems to take the haze out of it. So that is probably something that you could do. Most people's cars are made out of plastic headlights nowadays. Why, I don't know. Anyway, the engineers, or whatever they're called, think that's better, I guess. So you know how the headlights kind of go all yellow and all that kind of stuff. So you could probably do the same thing with the headlights, but you'd have a little bit more taping off. You wouldn't be able to just make a cardboard template for it. But if you taped it off well, and then cleaned it with some brake clean, and then a little bit of heat, and apply the clear paint, I wouldn't doubt that it would take all that yellow and haze out of those types of headlights. Just a guess that I have. All right, let's turn them on now and see if there's any difference. You probably won't see much difference, but it's too bad it's not darker in here, but got the sunlight coming in. I'll turn off the overhead lights here maybe. A little bit darker. All right, I'll turn them on here. Well, we'll see if it's any better. Well, it's kind of hard to tell, I guess. Now, what I'm seeing is I don't get that. Is why is the light staying on the off position of the flash? Why would it be doing that? Nothing there when they're off. And when they're on, they just stay on. So. Yeah, I don't know. I like I said, I've been saying all along, I don't like LED lights. That's just the way that is. I never did. And I probably never will. But sadly, that's about all you're going to be able to buy someday. Anyway, someday when we get some snow, I'll take it out and do the same route as I did before, and we'll see if there's any difference. So I guess on that note, maybe this is the end of the story on these flashing lights, but I kind of doubt it. I am kind of thinking it's going to go back to the normal bulbs. Anyway, we'll see. All right, have a great day wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, and we'll see you again.